Welcome to the Skybox, where my guests and I will be sharing our stories and our experiences. If you need a listening ear to lend a little advice, or you're scared, nervous, or fearful to go to that next level, guess what? This is the show for you. Welcome to the Skybox. Welcome to the Skybox. It's me, Michael C. I'm with my co-host, Pete.
What up, everybody?
What's going on, Pete? We're here at the Skybox. You know, if you want to hit me at any time, you want to reach me, hit me, reach me, do what I do. You know what to do when I do it for TV. You know how I'm doing. But when it comes down to it, yes, if you have any questions, thoughts, and concerns, hit me up at skybox@gmail.com. Let's get back to it. My co-host, P. Wright.
I'm here in the building. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's staying safe. I'm back in the Skybox. We're trying to pop this first episode out there, get some more content to everybody. So, welcome to the Skybox.
Tell them how they can meet you, man. How they can reach you, dog.
Right now, you can reach me at the Skybox. Reach me at the Skybox 1.
The one Skybox at gmail.com. Remember them 2 X's, dog. Remember them 2 X's, y'all.
I'll get back to y'all on some more other platforms that hit me up. Right now, you can just hit me up there.
Yo, man, let's get right into it, man. When we were talking a little earlier. I think back in the Super Bowl, we were talking a little bit about love.
Yeah, we was talking about love.
We were talking about love when we were seeing a couple little things on the TV. We were like, it brought us back a little bit, didn't it?
I mean, man? Not both of us, because you already in love.
Oh, yeah, that's why it brings me back in love is back when me and her used to do the thing. But when it comes down to it,
I was looking at your pictures too, by the way. I didn't get to see those wedding pictures.
You didn't see them?
I didn't get to see those. She was beautiful in that dress.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yo, dog. Let me tell you. I mean, if we can just go a little bit into it real quick. I remember when her and we first started. You know, like we were whatever, but one thing about her, man, she has always been there for me through my lowest lows and my highest highs.
Right.
I mean, she's the love of my life, man. Like, I would do anything for that woman.
No, it definitely shows. Everybody definitely shows.
There's so many things I can say about her, man. I don't know where to start. But when we were talking about the wedding picture, I remember I was the one that was thinking like, yo, is she gonna be this bridezilla and all this stuff like that? And then I remember it was about to rain. And then once it rained, it was like, holy shit. And I was like, yo, she's gonna get really upset. Never happened. Never happened. She was locked away.
That's what I know. I know her as, always ready to ride, always down with the homies, getting drunk with the homies. She was always cool.
So is that
it was almost inevitable. Like, it was almost like fate. Like, it was going to happen. Like, you knew. You knew it was going to happen. So
when it comes to love, what are you looking for, man?
Love for me in 2021, I don't know, man. It's just a different way of dating nowadays. It's kind of crazy on how this whole 2020 situation has definitely put dating into a different perspective. Because now you get to see everybody in their truest form. And now, you got a lot of people that just ain't dealing with nonsense. And a lot of people are dealing with nothing but nonsense. So it's different. It's different. I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's different nowadays. You'll see a lot more virtual type dating, social media platforms, things of that nature. For me, I don't know. Love will come. Right now, I just continue to take the love from my daughters. That's about it.
Yeah, let me ask you this: when it comes to that, like you were talking about with COVID dating, how do you look at that?
I mean, because you can't interact like you used to. You can't sit here and necessarily, be out there in the bars if that's your way of, dating, or necessarily going on dates is limited. You got to be mindful where you're going, if there's any rules, who's doing what. You got to make sure that the person that you're talking to is taking the same type of precautions to, be safe, wear masks, social distance, not being careless, I guess you could say. There's so much into it now. You have to actually pay attention of your circle. You got to make sure that not only are you keeping yourself safe from the ones you love, but you're also keeping the ones that you love. They're making the smart decisions to keeping you safe as well when you're in that circle.
And that's the truth. So when it comes to looking at dating, you got to look at it more of it's more of a security of a security now.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you like I said, it came in its truest form. So now you get to see people in their truest forms. Because if you really care about somebody, you actually got to take the time to get to know them right now.
Right.
It's not about just, you know what I'm saying, I can play the field, I can play this part. Nah, nowadays I'm at the crib by myself, you know, so dang long that I have time on my hands to give you now. So if you're not willing to give me what I give you, it seems like it's not reciprocated. Like a lot of people can't stand one another. So I feel like that it's just a quick here and go.
Right.
It's not the same type of. If you're looking for love, it's different. Lust is definitely flourishing right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's flourishing right now. That's my opinion. That's my take on it. I could be seeing it one-sided, but that's my take. I would love to hear the comments and all those things like that.
When it comes down to love and all that, especially during COVID, I remember me and this guy were talking, and he said that the one thing that's taken out of it now more than ever, I mean, you got to look at it, it's alcohol in the bars. And when you take that out, that's a lot that's taken out because of the comfort of the person. Because when you have alcohol, you're a lot more comfortable to talking to a person, more comfortable just letting go.
They call it the truth serum.
Yeah. So when you don't have that, then it's almost to the point of
you gotta be true.
Yeah, but it's almost like now you're at an even playing field.
Yep. You're actually at the. And then I also noticed that a lot of, and it's men and women, but being from a guy's perspective, I noticed that women are curving a lot more. Curving like they just ain't got time to deal with men or little boys, immature men. You know what I'm saying, that are out here playing like they're somebody that they're not. And they're actually being more mindful on who they give their time to, and they're you saying something that I already seen before. Red flag, throw that flag out there. Not next, or just play with it and have entertainment with it. I see females doing that a lot more nowadays.
And how do you feel about that by seeing what's going on out there?
I mean, it comes with the times. I mean, if you talk to a lot of females, I mean, they'll tell you whether it's social media or even if they're out and about. They getting heckled, you know what I mean? And it's worse on internet, you know what I mean? Because you got so many guys that's out here sending these inappropriate pictures in the inbox when it's not even warranted. You haven't even asked the person's name. And
right.
Females get this, I mean, on a daily. And let's not even talk about if you're actual, attractive. Females is even looking at you attractive. Your inbox is on overload, like just flooded with all types of inappropriate messages, comments. Dudes is out here trying to buy like crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Instagram and all that. Whew. Yeah.
Yeah, man. When it comes down to that, let's put it this way. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm not into that. Like me personally, I couldn't get into the dating world of what's going on now. Like the moves that Mr. Debonair, Pierce by the Stairs used to do, he can't do that anymore. Right. That would never work anymore.
That's what I'm saying. You got to a point in life where you were like, I'm trying to build. I did all my playing around and boys' days. Now I'm playing my man shit.
Right.
So I think that there's levels to it. There's real levels to this, and you gotta be ready for whatever consequences or decisions that you have to pay for moving forward. You know?
Let me ask you this question about love. Is love unforgiving?
Ooh. I believe, in my opinion, I think love is unforgiving. Yes, love is unforgiving in my opinion because love has no boundaries. Love can be great and wonderful. It could be, exhilarating. You can find, so much pleasure in love, but then love can also give you the worst pain of your life.
Right, and that ain't that the truth.
So I think that's where my opinion is why I feel love is unforgiving, because it has no boundaries. There's no genders. There's no limits to what love can be, because you can receive it at the greatest moments in your life, but you can have that love hurt so bad,
right,
and be so painful. It could literally,
destroy you.
I was just about to say, destroy you. So yeah, that's my take on love.
That's some real stuff. That's some real stuff from P. Wright. You know what I'm saying? P. Wright giving you real at the Skybox. You know what I'm saying?
SkyboxxEp.
This is real, man. Like, oh my God. Like when it comes to love, like me, I always fell in love, but when it came down to my woman showed me true love. Mm-hmm. There's a difference, because I was always hearing that, oh, I love you, but when it comes down to real love, it really comes down to, are you committed to that person? And then getting into marriage, that's a whole different monster.
It's work.
Yes.
You're both continually growing. And then you realize, like, I made a commitment to this person, but I made a commitment to grow with this person.
Right.
And that in itself, not only now you got to stop worrying about yourself, or you got to put yourself on the back burner. You got an individual that's going to sit here and do as much as you do for yourself. If that makes sense. If I got that right.
It does.
I think what I'm trying to say is, like, you now have to understand what it takes to really care for someone. You get to be in, flings and situationships where you can be there for a moment. You can curve that person and not text and leave that person on red. But when you actually care for someone and want to make that takes a whole different level of
commitment.
But what's the word? Selflessness. There's so much in that shows character of you wanting to be there for somebody else, and that's what you created with your
with Noelle. Absolutely. One thing I always look at with Noelle is, like, she always loves my mistakes. If that. Mm-hmm. Because she knows that I am a human. Like, she knows that I do make mistakes, and I see her make mistakes too. And my thing as a man, when I see her make mistakes, she knows that I am on the sense of, with her, like, like, oh my God, you're sad. Like, what do I need to do? Like, what do I need to do to make you feel? Yes. And like with her, she's also that way with me. But then I also know there's times when I'm like, okay, I don't need anyone around me at this point, because I need to heal within first.
Myself. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But she knows that.
She always knows that.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that you couldn't do that with.
Right. And
still be on the same page once you come around to, all right, I'm cool.
Right.
There's certain people that wouldn't accept that moment of you having to get clarity and taking a break from them. They think that I need to be there in all of that for you to be able to find that individual that can give you your space, and that's
tough. And that part is, like, really tough when you're looking at all types of phases of love.
Yeah.
Because you can one day be in, like, total love with somebody, and just a couple little hiccups can just throw it away. Just like that.
I know a lot of y'all have dealt with the same thing.
A lot of us. Like, I mean, I have too. I've dealt with it before Noelle.
Oh,
but
yeah.
she was she was the person that, like I said, she was always like, you know what? I understand everybody has flaws.
Right. But then there's a difference. You were willing to deal with those flaws.
Oh, absolutely. I think I've grown because of her.
That's another thing a lot of people, I think, don't understand in relationships. There's certain levels that you gotta deal with someone. How much are you willing to deal with? Like, you were okay with some of the flaws that she had, but other chicks in the past, you're like, I'm not letting that go.
Right.
That ain't gonna go. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna fly.
Right.
So
I feel you.
There's always that sense of the person that you're dealing with will allow them to get away with certain things.
Right.
I do see that.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. A lot of things, man. As you can see, we talk about a lot of deep stuff, and I told y'all in the introduction, P. Wright, he's a deep man. We can do this all day, but guess what? It's about that time, y'all. I thank you to the bottom of my heart for listening to the podcast of The Skybox.
The Skybox.
You can get to me at the1skybox@gmail.com. You can also get at me at Facebook, and if you subscribe, you can also get a link to me in Discord.
Look out for that.
And guess what, y'all? Remember, be good to yourself.